Hey, how are you guys? Well, first of all, thanks for checking into the 2MD page here on Facebook. Appreciate it. This is going to be my new segment. So, week 9 picks. I should tell you first of all that I am 68 and 49 so far. So, I'm actually one better than one of the Yahoo experts that they got on there. So I'm doing something right, which doesn't happen very often. So I plan to keep that going. But in any event, I know that there was actually a voice comment last year on one of last year's shows about me doing something with the picks, and I should have did it last year, so I decided to go ahead and do it this year. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to pull my picks up here for a second, and so I'll just go quickly one by one. I don't want to take long with this, but Atlanta and Tampa Bay, that's the toughest one. But I decided to go with Atlanta here. Tampa Bay still has a little something to prove, so I think I'll go with Atlanta there. But we'll see. Chicago and Buffalo, I'm taking the Bills in the upset, quote unquote. I'm going to take the Bills here. I think Chicago, they've been shaky, and I think the Bills are primed to knock them off, and so I just have a feeling about that one. Don't ask me what it is, but I just think I just like the Bills there. But New England, Cleveland. That's pretty simple. When the Patriots there for about 20 different reasons. Even though the Browns did knock off New Orleans, that's why they call them upsets. They do happen every so often. So I think I'm safe with the Pats there. Jets and Detroit. You like the Jets, even though Detroit's at home. Minnesota and Arizona. You if you're a Minnesota fan, and then I've been burned by Minnesota before this year in my picks, so you're just waiting for that turnaround from Minnesota. You figure they got the talent, and that they're somewhere along the way that they'll figure it out and the light bulb will go off. So maybe it'll be this week. So I'm taking the Vikings. Not with the greatest of confidence, but I'm taking the Vikings nevertheless. But New Orleans and Carolina. New Orleans there. I don't see any slip ups here. Like I said in the show, could be a trap game, but I don't see any slip ups here, so I'll take New Orleans. Baltimore and Miami, another tough one, but I'm taking the Ravens. Normally, you guys that know how I feel about home field advantage, I think home field advantage is the most overrated factor in professional sports. I've always felt that way, but given the extremes that you have in this game, Miami being 4-0 on the road and Baltimore having won their last 6 at home, I like Baltimore here. I just don't see them losing at home here, so I'll take it for that reason. Like I said, this is an extreme case where I'll throw out my overrated home field thing. So the Ravens there. San Diego and Houston. For some reason, I'm picking the Chargers. I don't know. This is another kind of similar to Minnesota, where you figure eventually they've got the talent there. Rivers is a good quarterback. You figure eventually the switch will go off and something will click with the Chargers. So I'm picking them here against the Texans, another team that has to prove that they're for real. So Giants and Seattle. Even if I wasn't a New York Giants fan, I would still pick the Giants, just based on the fact that Seattle, even though they lead the NFC West, they haven't proven anything yet. Conceivably after this week, they could still lead the NFC West at 4-4. So they have not proven anything yet. So I like the Giants here, not just because of their track record with quarterbacks this season, but I just think, like I said, even if I wasn't wearing this, I just think the Giants are a better team. But Oakland and Kansas City, it's almost tough to pick against the Raiders here, but I'm going to go with the Chiefs, even though the Raiders, you figure that they're not going to keep up what they've been doing the last 2 weeks. They're not going to keep that up forever. So I like the Chiefs here, and, this one I could be wrong, but I'll take Kansas City. But Philadelphia and Indy. I like the Colts here. Not just because the Eagles are one of our nemesis, but I seen what they did. I saw what they did to the Giants, so I don't see any reason that even without some of their weapons, I don't see that changing against the Eagles. So even though the game is in Philly, as I said before, I think home field doesn't matter in some cases. The better team is the better team, so I like Indy. But Green Bay and Dallas. Green Bay, I don't know if they'll destroy the Cowboys per se, but I do think they'll win the game. Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. You got to like Pittsburgh here for a bunch of reasons. Some having to do with Pittsburgh, some having to do with Cincinnati, but you figure you like the Steelers. If this was last year, it might have been a different story because Cincinnati was undefeated in the division, but what a difference a year makes, right? So I'll take Pittsburgh. So there you have it. So my Week 9 pick. So once again, thanks to you guys for jumping on the Facebook page. I appreciate it, and for those of you that actually listen to the show at the website at Lexy. So you guys post a comment if you want with some of your picks or whatever. The Monday night contest, of course, $25 restaurant certificate from restaurant.com, and King James Express, jamesisking.com. All right, you guys take it easy, and talk to you Sunday night.